Hi, my name is Herbert Gruber. I'm chairman of the Austrian Strawberry Network ASBN, secretary of ESPA, of the European Straw Bale Association or Straw Building Association, and coordinator of the STEP course, the Straw Bale Training for European Professionals, as well as trainer, especially for theory for STEP course, but also for practice partly. I want to share with you more details about the training, like that. This is about STEP course, STEP certified in Portugal. We will have it again next year, beginning in January, and it goes up to 10th of March. In the Algarve, in Marim, near the Spanish border, and 4 kilometers or something like that from the coast, from the beach. STEP certified is consisting of the 8 theory modules. We will talk about that a little bit later. In the training center. So we do this during winter when there is not building season in sunny Algarve. Certified steppers also get the access to the online platform ECO with all the courses, background informations, videos and presentations, and as much as they want, or as much as you want, practical courses during the year, which are usually in Austria or somewhere else in Europe, wherever it's beautiful or we can have a nice time. So what does it mean, STEP certified, and what can you do with the certificate? In this video, you see the Quinta de Fornalha, the training space and training place. So let's talk a little bit about being a certified strawberry builder and which opportunities it opens for you. You could become a craftsman specializing in sustainable building. If you want to work in this sector, there are usually plenty of jobs available all over Europe. The first step as a stepper may be complicated, but you have the full support of ASBN and ESPA networks in Europe. Great straw building projects are waiting for passionate builders, planners and trainers. In many European countries, there is not only a need to renovate and optimize the existing building stock, but also a huge demand for social housing. Eco-resorts, hotels and shopping centers are also offering an increasingly sustainable lifestyle to a growing number of people looking for alternatives. Rebuilding houses destroyed by war, floods or forest fires is one of the biggest challenges, and not just in disaster areas. And last but not least, if you're thinking about building your own home, whether it is a new house in a rural village or a renovation of an existing building, STEP will help you avoid mistakes, save money, and participate in the building process as a designer, builder, or simply as a better quality controller. You may be wondering what you can do with your STEP certificate when you graduate. No, it's not a license to build houses completely on your own, but you will be able to work as a straw bale builder or construction designer, or as a builder in a team with at least one master carpenter, master builder or structural engineer, or as a trainer, or as a startup. So your own company could be an association like ASBN or a small company. STEP, in any case, will help you to select and calculate the right materials and techniques to make the right decisions in difficult situations, to have the skills to carry out the tasks such as straw bale infill, prefabricated modules, wrapping, plastering and rendering, and decorative finishes. You will be able to construct small timber structures, make a house windproof and airtight, including plumbing and electrical wiring in straw bale walls. Most importantly, you will be able to choose the most affordable and sustainable technique or solution for building a healthy living space. If you have enough seen from this video, you can register now already on baubiologie.at. Otherwise, I show you a little bit about the place and about the program. Now, the program is consisting of these 8 modules. We go in detail with the 8 modules. It starts in January 10 in Castro Marin. And the whole course ends at 7th of March. Final assessment is on the 11th, 12th of March. The costs for the whole course are 2,900 or 2,500 euro for unemployed people or students. You can pay this in 10 rates, are 300 or 250 euros. And this is really including all courses and workshops. This is the difference to the online course. Just online course is naturally cheaper, but you have to pay for each extra workshop, which is here all included. What we plan for next year is to build a tiny house. It's about 46 square meter. We will most probably, if everything runs smooth, build this in an eco resort near Castro Marin, also in Castro Marin, but near our site. It's just 20 minutes from us. You will learn to make the construction plan in January during the step 7 planning module. You will do the construction and infill of the prefab modules. We will do this together in January. Then comes the infill from the base plate, and maybe you also see some parts of the foundation or the base plate, which is a straw bale infill base plate. Then we will transport or mount the panels. We will infill the straw bale roof. There's, after infilling also, this is the straw hinge system. So every second panel is built up on this place. And in between, we have to infill, shave, and stuff the rest of the walls. Then we come to the plaster preparation during already the step 5 finishes module, including electricity and water installations, especially in the outer walls, in the straw bale walls, how to do that. Clay plaster we will do in mid of February until beginning of March, and then the last thing will be a lime plaster as a coating on the outside. This is what is planned. It's not 100% sure that we built exactly this house. We are still in preparation and in coordination of the plans, and we will also do construction plans and maybe options during the course next year, especially for intermediate walls and rooms inside. More information you find about this project on stronatur.at. There we have all our practical workshops mentioned, and there is a link to all these options of different tiny houses. About the place, Quinta de Fornalha is, as I said, not far away from the beach, very in the south of Portugal, near the Spanish border. It's a 3-star accommodation. You will sleep in one bed of 2-bed apartments with a terrace. Each apartment has terrace, kitchen, heating, and bathroom. And as this is an organic farm, there are organic fruits and vegetables as well available here, or we go shopping. Here is the place. It's about 100 meters from the train station. So even when you want to go on the evening or during the weekend, to some place in Algarve, Albufera, or whatever the coastline. It's just 100 meters to the train station. You can go by feet and then back with the train. You see here the apartments. The training place is in the back side of the Quinta de Fonalia and the big permaculture garden. On the left side, you see it's a sort of trailer or container house where we will do the workshops, work with straw until we build on building site in Quinta or in this eco resort. So it's about 5 meters to your terrace. It's about 100 meters to the train station, 3.1 kilometers to the beach, which you can go by bicycle as well. 60 kilometers to an airport, Faro, if you want to come by plane or with the train. Faro is the station. Albufera is a quite famous touristic place on the coastline. It's 88 kilometers by train, and Lisbon is about 4.5 hours distance from our place. The modules, die Module. So we start with step 1, intro into straw bale building, and we have the theory about history, modern straw bale building, straw talk. So this is mainly the quality check, the material, straw. We talk about handling and customizing straw bales. We talk about tools for straw bale building, special tools, organization of the building site, team building, safety and communication, and in practical lessons in the afternoon, we play with the straw bales. We handle and customize it. Customizing means also cutting and shaving and stuffing the bales. Number 2, unit 2 is infill and prefab. So the theory here is straw bale infill constructions in general, which are post and beam constructions. We talk about the construction plans and how to make a wooden construction, timber construction, that it's easy to infill with straw bales. We talk about structural engineering, diagonal bracing, and the loads such a house can bear when you have this dimension of the wood, and all the building details necessary to execute such a house, or to plan it or make at least construction plans. It's also about hybrid constructions, especially cut technique, scissor tension, and the grab technique, known quite well in France, especially, or part of Italy. We talk about prefab modules, roofs, base plates, so everything which you can make with straw. And we talk about building law and regulations and what you have to think or care about when you make a permission plan or want to build a house. In the practice, we will construct, as I said before, a tiny house. We will do the infill, the roof, the base plate, and the foundation partly. This is done by workers from the building site or from Quinta de Fonalia. We can watch it and we can help, and just to explain and show how it's done or how it can be done. In load-bearing straw bale building, step unit 3, we talk about the history and myths and statics of load-bearing buildings. There are a lot of myths. It was the first technique invented with the invention of the straw baling machines in 1880, 90, something like that. The oldest houses are more than 130 years old now. These were load-bearing houses, or they call that in Nebraska style. it's possible to build it with small base and big base. We will talk about the benefits and advantages and disadvantages of both techniques. We talk about architecture, design, and restrictions of load-bearing buildings, so that you can also calculate the loads, that you can see where and how it's possible or recommended to build load-bearing, and where a post and beam construction may be a better solution. In the practice, we build a sample load-bearing wall and the small walls that you see. This is also possible to do it in an organic way. We will compress this wall. We will do the corners and corner guides and top plate. This is especially the difference in load-bearing building. In wrapping, which is thermal straw, external thermal straw insulation, we will talk about the checklist and the wrapping plan. The checklist is mainly about when you have an existing house, or when you have to renovate or refurbish an existing house, then you have to check the house if it's possible to make or if it makes sense to renovate or insulate this house with straw. This is, for example, the roof overhang, just to name one of the examples of the checking list. Is there enough roof overhang or not, that you are able to add, for example, full bales, which are 36 centimeter on the outside on the facade? Wrapping with straw flakes is another option where you can make thinner layers with straw. There are also straw boards and mats available, which you can mount directly on the facade. We talk about inside insulation and refurbishment and all the difficulties connected with inside insulation, especially about the humidity calculation, and naturally the U value tells you how much you need to insulate an existing house at the minimum that it's according to the building law. In the practice, we will make a sample wrapping wall in Portugal with different systems, as you see it in the backside here. And we will do windproof finishing options, which might be plaster as one example, or tarps or cladding like that. Step unit 5 is about natural finishes, clay and lime especially, also about cladding, weatherproof facade with mostly wood. In the theory, we talk about the functions of plasters and renders, especially windproofness and weather resistance. We will talk about earth building techniques and solutions like renders or adobe stones or bricks, sgraffito and all these techniques, about earth plaster and the analysis and tests for such a plaster if you want to use it maybe from your own ground, about plaster preparation and the right mixture with mostly sand or straw fibers or other fibers. We talk about lime renders step by step, the different types of lime renders, lime putty or hydrated lime, which you can use for rendering on a facade, for example. And there's this huge topic of decoration with clay plasters, where we will talk about that, and cladding, especially the wooden cladding as a ventilated facade. In the practice, we will analyze the earth on the ground, and also as a comparison, the ready-made clay plasters, which we will have there in Portugal. It's also about lime, and we will most probably also have time for an exercise about Tadelakt and looking at this material and polishing the surface and treating it with olive oil to a shiny surface. As I said, analysis is quite important for checking if your clay from the ground has the right consistency or is the right mixture. We talk about finishing techniques as well. This is in step unit 5. Step unit 6 is building physics to avoid, this is mainly to avoid mistakes. It's about heat transfer, so about the thermal quality of your house, avoiding mainly thermal bridges. It's about moisture transfer, and here avoiding condensation or moisture problems. It's about sound insulation, fire protection, and healthy and comfortable room climate, and what is necessary to establish such a climate inside. Step number 7 is our beginning after unit 1. We will start with planning this tiny house. It's about design or architecture. We talk about solar and sustainable architecture. What is it and how you can measure that, or what you can do to build a sustainable house. We will make a construction plan. This is quite important. We will talk about the theory first, and then in the practice you learn how to make a SketchUp construction plan. It's also a free program, SketchUp Make 2017. We talk about the plan of the house technique, so it's about installation, water and heating, and about repairs and maintenance, which is might be necessary in most of the houses as well. Construction plan is also the base for the calculation, which we do in the last unit, estimation and calculation of an existing house. It's not just about talking to clients and what is important to mention when you argue about strawberry building. It's about the estimation of the building costs. This is the most urgent question. How much or how expensive or how cheap will I get this or this strawberry house? From estimation, it's another step to the calculation. As I said before, the base for us is usually the construction plan, where we have all the materials already drawn and just can count and calculate the amounts we need for building of such a house. Naturally, it's also about how to communicate on building sites and daily feedback, reviews, opinions, and comments. And we talk a little bit, just a little bit, about image and text, so prints or presentations like this one. So there are a lot of free tools you can use to make a presentation like that. This is what I want to show you as well. The online platform, online learning platform on ecteco, it's included in the certified step training. Here you have a lot of free courses. So if you want to decide if this course is the right one, look at the free courses on ecteco.eu. There are free courses to straw building, to earth building, and to sustainability. For example, this 10 lessons or 8 lessons to straw building, or 10 lessons to earth building, and 6 lessons to sustainability in level 2. These are the short courses. They are free. The step course, as I said before, is needs to be paid so that we can train these modules with you. After the graduation, or after the final assessment, the test, 11th and 12th of March, this is the end of our course, you have the possibility to go deeper in different building techniques. As you might know, when we do the theory combined with practice, we play a lot with different building techniques, which we want to show you the overview so that you can also choose which technique is the best for your project. We will build a small tiny house, yes, but there are many different types of houses, and you will see on Stronatur, for example, that we offer a lot of practical courses on building sites with different building types and different houses, and in all you need 20 days of practice that you get your certificate, your final certificate. after the theory course or a theory plus practice course, you get a certificate for your attendance in Portugal. And if this is enough for you, you can stop there, or you can, for free, can choose one of the next building sites. Here's just an overview about some courses we will offer. I have to say that all these courses will be fixed, or as good as possible fixed, until the end of the year. So one is the introduction course, which you might skip. It's an overview about all the techniques. It's straw bale, clay, and clay plaster in Ravensbach on our training center in Austria. Another possibility is an addition to a existing house. There's a mainly a winter garden, and a new roof made with straw or straw boards, which we will do April, May. Another possibility is in Greece. It's in West Peloponnese, in Lupaki. There is already half of a straw bale house, half also, so the roof is already insulated, but they had a lot of problems there, and it's about building the second part of the house and insulating the house and plastering it. So I hope this will be a project also in spring next year. Next project is in Sulz im Wienerwald. It's near Vienna. It's consisting of two building blocks or two houses. One is the living room, and the other is mainly the sleeping rooms connected with a passage. It's what we designed there for this building, and what the client also wants to do is build it in a straw henge technique. So every second module will be prefabricated by the owner if he has time, or at least this amount of modules he can build, or panels he can build. The rest we will do in a workshop or in different workshops during next year, starting most probably in May or June. Then in summer, we have planned a renovation or refurbishment of an old barn in Kärnten, in Carinthia, in Schiefling am See. This is not far away from the biggest lake in Carinthia, in Wörthersee. We will do around the existing construction a new hybrid construction, and then fill in with base, shave stuff, and plaster the base as well. Most probably it will get a new cladding as well. So this workshop is planned for summer next year. We have again step 5 finishes, clay, lime, and Tadelakt course in summer, usually on our training center. If you want to work with Tadelakt, if you want to make these special plasters, there's more place to deepen your technique. It's also about COP, adobe, so clay bricks, and yeah, this is an offer. You can also join this course in summer. So this is the last one here. We don't know if the permission is already ready next year, summer or maybe autumn next year. There's a carpentry there who will make the roof, but we are supposed to do the load-bearing parts, so the walls, mainly the walls of this house, and making maybe also the connection to the windows and window boxes and those things. Would be nice if this would happen, but all depends on the permission plan, if it is ready until next summer or autumn. Otherwise it will take place later. So join now. it's not much time until January. Take this chance. We will build a tiny house next year, whether on Quinta Fanalia or so in the training center or on in this eco resort. More I'm not allowed to tell you about this, but there should be about 200 houses in the future in Castro Marim made with strawberry bales. So also there is a lot to do in the future, not just for us, for a lot of strawberry builders and steppers, whoever is interested to participate. So join now, as I said, register at baubiologie.at or send us an email to aspn@baubiologie.at. And if you have questions, just call me. You'll find my number on both websites, on stronatur.at and baubiologie.at. Thank you for watching and see you in Portugal.